If you're a fan of country music, you've heard a lot about faith, partying, and hard times. But just when you thought you've heard it all, along comes a singular talent with a different kind of message. With Lee Cowan, we take note of singer Ashley McBryde.
The Rusty Nail.
It's gospel night at the strip club. I've been sleeping in my car.
It's one of those Nashville bars where songwriters come to celebrate songwriters.
Brandy singing back up. Lonnie tending bar.
Country music is, after all about stories, and Ashley McBryde had notebooks full of hopefuls.
When you're playing in places like this, you're trying to find out where you are in the pack.
She was good, unafraid to write lyrics that both struck a chord
Hallelujah.
and maybe a few nerves.
Jesus loves the drunkards and the whores and the queers.
The people that line crawls all over, that's one of the lines in the song. The people that just makes, she has no business, yeah, that's why it's in there.
Just to tweak them.
Oh, just because you know you're wrong.
Suffice it to say, Ashley McBryde isn't playing dive bars anymore.
Here's to the breakups that didn't break us, the breakdown wrong turn that takes you to a little dive bar in the Larnaka. Meet a girl outside Atlanta.
Her dark hair with a streak of silver stands out in Nashville, so do her many tattoos. But it's her music that's turning heads.
Here she is, the real deal, Ashley McBryde.
In 2019, she won the CMA Award for New Artist of the Year.
Never had a ring on.
Last year, she won the Grammy for Best Country Duo with Carly Pearce.
I never wanted to be that girl.
What makes it all the sweeter is that almost all of that success arrived after McBryde took on one of her demons, alcohol.
It was just such a part of my persona.
So pass me a bottle and I won't refuse.
I was like, what do I even do? What does anybody do if they're not drinking?
McBryde had more than dipped her toe into the music scene. After all, drinking is to country music what whiskey is to Tennessee.
The first thing I reach for is the last thing I need.
She's now celebrating almost 2 years sober.
Several times I've said, my God, if you told me how good things get pretty quickly, I would have stopped drinking a long time ago. I had no idea that I was this far in my way.
She grew up near Mammoth Spring, Arkansas, playing the trumpet and later the French horn, but she was always more comfortable with the guitar.
Well, Arkansas, here you're calling, and I know I'll see you soon.
She wrote her first song when she was just 12.
It's about some, terrible heartache, terrible torrid love affair. Just being like looking back on the way things used to be, which is literally the first line. And the way things used to be, you're 12.
There was always a musical maturity about her. Fast forward to when she co-wrote this song about moms and their late-night advice given under the light in the kitchen. It hit big.
That's why I leave a light on in the kitchen.
Especially with her own mom.
And you're gonna stir it all up.
Martha was always one of her biggest supporters.
When she first got your first real guitar that was yours, she came downstairs crying and she said, I can't play and sing at the same time. I said, neither could Randy Travis. Go back and keep trying. And she did.
McBryde's dad, Bill, however, an ER doctor and a preacher, never really liked the idea of his daughter pursuing music professionally.
He said, I know you want to do this, but that's not going to happen. Mm-hmm.
How important, though, was his approval?
I didn't really care.
Even in school, when she expressed her dream to a teacher, she encountered brutal skepticism.
She said, what do you plan on doing for a living? And I said, I'm going to write songs, and they'll be on the radio. And she said, that is stupid.
She actually called it stupid.
That is stupid. That will never happen, and you'd better have a really good backup plan.
She did have a backup plan. McBryde went on to Arkansas State University, where she studied music. taking classes during the day, but still playing for gas money in bars at night. And she was always writing, struggling to get some radio play. But to many, she was just too different.
Sometimes they'll even look at me and say, man, we really love your records. We just don't know what to do with you.
Well, hello.
But just before her 34th birthday,
Then the lights come up.
the Grand Ole Opry invited McBryde to perform.
That's a hard line.
To stand in that iconic circle of wood, center stage.
And I step into this circle with a Gibson in my hand.
McBryde sang a song she'd written just for that occasion.
Look around, and I can't find an empty chair. Not bad for a girl going nowhere. We got it.
Do you remember the first time you heard her on the radio?
I certainly do.
Yeah?
That
When
was
was it?
awesome. I was asleep, and I had my alarm set to come on to wake me up with music, and it was you.
I didn't know that.
It was awesome. I love you.
She's no longer a guest at the Grand Ole Opry. She's been inducted as a member. Whether she's playing for tens of thousands,
Oh, okay.
or just for us and her golden retriever, Opie,
Maybe in another life,
she's found her moment. Or maybe the moment finally found her.
there's a place where you and I found each other first.
Either way, Ashley McBryde has arrived, as authentic a musician as she can be.
Sometimes you are just getting punched in the face over and over. But if you can keep your head on your shoulders and stay on your feet, this is what it looks like. The lights go down and everybody applauds. And then the stage starts to glow and then music starts. Yes.